Hey guys, David McCabe, transformation specialist at Transform Fitness here. So sometimes it's very hard to come up with content for videos and posts and stuff like that. So last night it just came to us what we were going to do the video on today. And it is silly things clients say to personal trainers. So I just want a six pack. So yeah, that's a fairly common one. I want abs. You cannot spot train. Unfortunately, that is not the way it works. If that was the case, there'd be no International Chest Day. Every day would be ab day. Because then if you just did abs, then you just have abs. That's not the fact. That is not the fact at all. When it comes to hitting your goal set, depending on if it is a six-pack thing, then you're going to need to put the work in. That includes nutrition, that includes training, and that includes dedication and discipline. There's no other way around it. I've been following this diet for like 3 days and I haven't lost any weight. When you say you're not losing weight, obviously it's going by the weighing scales. This sometimes really isn't the main goal. And it's a bit of an old school goal. Now I understand some people need to lose a certain amount of weight obviously for their health, but the number you should be looking at is your body fat percentage and the weight of fat that you may lose. That's what you should be looking at. That's what you look at. Even though I am technically obese for my height, my body fat is the most important number that I'd be looking at. So therefore I would have a considerable amount of muscle on my body, and to relate that to weight loss is just madness. Now when I was overweight, I was looking at the weight on the weighing scales because I was overweight. I was 19 odd stone. So when it comes to that, you need to be focusing on getting that number down. But sometimes when you train, that number mightn't represent the fat that you've lost. So even though let's say you might have lost 2 pounds, but when you do your body fat percentage, you could have lost 3 pounds, 4 pounds of fat in over 6 weeks. That in itself is an achievement. So don't be constantly looking at the weighing scales because it's not going to be your internal or physical value. Why am I lifting weights? I don't want to gain muscle. This one is a metaphor. Ladies, this one goes straight out to you. Okay, straight to yous. A few women are under the concept that if you lift weights, then you're going to gain muscle. You do not have enough testosterone to gain muscle. Fact. Use our estrogen-based forms. We are testosterone-based forms. You have a little testosterone, we have a little estrogen. There is no hope in hell of you gaining mass amounts of muscle. No hope. Please get it out of your heads. When women lift weight in general, it actually stimulates muscle and it helps tone up your muscle. The more muscle you use, the more fat you burn. That's the reason why we're getting you to lift weights. That's the main reason why we're getting you to do it. We give it to men because it does the exact same thing. The only thing is that if you give enough stimulation to men with testosterone, obviously regardless of ATP and stuff like that, if you keep going, it will build size. With women, there's not enough testosterone to build size. So you aren't going to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger after a week. It just ain't going to happen. And it's the same with lads. I'm going to say this now as well. There is no way in a month to 3 are you going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, if that's what you want to look like. There is no way. That takes years. Yeah, so I want to lose about a stone in like 2 days because I have a wedding. Yeah, cool. People have this concept that losing weight is fairly easy. Now it can be very easy, in a way that you have it in your head that this is what you want to do. Or it can be very, very hard and you start crash dieting and doing a load of training and stuff like that and then it's gone, okay? The latter does not help anyone because once you go back on to normal eating and stuff like that, then we have an issue because you'll just literally just keep eating and it'll just go on twice as fast, if not adding on more. You need to have a considerable plan in place. So if you want to lose a stone, then a PT or yourself has to have some sort of structure. The nutrition plan has to be right, the training has to be right, and your rest periods have to be right. So there's no point in there thinking, right, I'm going to lose a stone in 2 days. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen, because if you want to do it healthily, it has to be done over time, and therefore it'll stay off longer. I'm probably sure you've heard that before, but it is fact. If you do it immediately, it's going to come back on just as fast. Okay, so when it comes to when people say, listen, I want to lose a stone in a month, listen, that might happen. Depending on the training that we give you, that might happen. But if it doesn't happen, there's a reason why it hasn't happened, because it's your first time training. You're coming in and we're training your muscles, so they're going to be swollen, so they're going to be a little bit heavier, and then therefore you've lost a bit of fat, but with the swell, of your muscle mass, then you will have a little bit more weight on, so therefore you're fighting a constant battle. So don't be fixated on the numbers. Just get in and make it a part of your lifestyle, instead of, oh, I want to do it in such little time. You just need to get in and do it. Yeah, diet's really good. Yeah, it's really good. I start off my morning with porridge and a bit of honey, and then at lunchtime I have a chicken fillet roll with cheese and coleslaw, and I might have a few crisps, maybe like 7 biscuits and a cup of tea, and then later on I'll have I'll go home and I might have a full chicken, a full pot of potatoes, and I don't eat veg. So what I have instead of vegetables is more biscuits. So this is one of my biggest pet peeves. One of my biggest ones is that if you can't be honest with yourself when it comes to your nutrition plan, when it comes to assessments, and you go, listen, my diet's perfect, but then I know that I was talking to you last weekend and you said, oh God, it was some weekend, oh, Paddy's weekend was some weekend, Jez, I went out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I died Monday. And the assessment comes and you're up like 7 pounds and your body fat is through the roof because you literally done nothing but drink the past 4 days. If I give you a nutrition plan, it is for your benefit. It is a personalized nutrition plan. It is for your benefit. Your benefit. There's better things that I could be doing than writing out a nutrition plan for someone that's not going to follow it. You need to be honest with yourself when it comes to your nutrition. If you think you eat clean, I can guarantee you it can be clean. So when it comes to your nutrition plan, you need to stay on point. 80% of your results is going to be through nutrition, if not 90%, because we would rarely see it. As some people only see us maybe once a week, depending on what's going on. That's a massive number, because we can't go home with you. So you need to be honest with yourself when it comes to your own nutrition plan. If you think you're clean, I guarantee you could be cleaner. So try and be honest and consistent with yourself when it comes to your own nutrition plan, if you have goals in mind. Oh, Jesus. I can't do that. I can't do that. Most of the time when we give you something, you can do it. You just don't want to do it. Like for example, yesterday or even during the week, we've had people say, no, I can't do that. Can't do that. It's fact. I can't do that. You can't, because you've literally just done it. You've done one. So if you can do one, you can do multiple. So therefore you can do it. You just don't want to do it. You're out of your comfort zone, which is not a nice place to be. But you need to do that every now and again, because it's always good to do. We wouldn't give you something if we thought that you wouldn't be able to do it. Challenges are everything. If you can't challenge yourself to do that, then what are you here for? We're here to help. We're not here to hinder or annoy or make you look funny. We're here to help. So if you say you can't do that, more than likely it's just that you're uncomfortable with what is going on and you need to say something about it. But when we give you something, we guarantee you that you can do it, because we know you can do it. And we have faith that you can do it. Oh my God, did you see Chloe K's training session? It looks so hard. This one is a good one. When it comes to watching other people's training sessions, like especially like Khloe Kardashian or Kim Kardashian or whoever people follow, to be honest with you, they're not that intense. They're not that intense. I've seen some amazing workouts done by unknown people, and they're not anywhere. They're not anywhere. They're not on. They're not on YouTube. They're not on this. They're not on that, and that's a workout that you need to be doing. Like for example, we would give workouts in there. We don't video a lot of workouts because obviously you're in there. It's your own personal thing. When it comes to looking at other people's training sessions, more than likely what we give you in there is a hell of a lot harder. 9 times out of 10, it is definitely going to be harder, depending on what fitness level you're at. I can guarantee you, I've seen some of them. And I'm sure other PTs have seen them and gone, what the But that's their lifestyle. That's the way they are. But I can guarantee you, there's harder stuff out there. Jesus Christ, how did they look like that? Yesterday I was training, and I was training chest, and a young fella came up to me and goes, "Can I ask you how you got such a big chest?" And I asked him, "Do you want the truth or do you want to lie?" And he said, "Well, I'd like the truth." Well, the truth is that you need to know how to work your chest. Every angle, whatever part, you need to work from your weakest part of your chest to the strongest part of your chest and destroy it. It's the truth. He goes, "Right, what's the lie?" Texting. Texting is the way to go for a bigger chest. When people say, like, how did they look like that? Oh God, I couldn't do that. This is what I do. That's what they do. So if I want to look like this, I know what I have to do. If you're not interested in doing that, you don't have to. But one thing I will say to you is that it takes time and dedication to do stuff like that person is doing. So more than likely, they have a nutrition plan in place. Without a shadow of a doubt, they have to, because 80% of it is diet. After that, then they have worked out their training plan 100% to their weaknesses and to their strengths. There's a lot of things in play when you see other people and you go, "Oh my God, I'd love to look like that." Once you start doing something like this, it never stops. Once it becomes a part of your lifestyle, it never stops. It just becomes part of you, and you will enjoy doing it, and you will inspire other people to do it. Just like that young lad that asked me that question. He was watching me through my whole chest session just to see an idea, and I said, at the end of it, took my earphones out and I walked up to him and I said, "I hope you got a few ideas there." And I said, "If you have any questions, come over and ask." I have no issues with that at all. But when it comes to, I want to look like that, you have to understand that there is a lot into looking like that. So they are just a few questions that are thrown our way. If there's any of them that I've missed, throw them in the comments below. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing our own videos, like our own training videos, so you'll see the way I train, Jason and Claire trains. We'll be putting up a few client training sessions as well. We'll also put up other videos regarding like personal trainers and training techniques and stuff like that as well, along with, you know, some cooking and recipes and stuff like that, because sometimes it can get very annoying looking at this mug. So what I will do is I will let you all go. We will see you next week, and you enjoy your day. Be good.